Meowdy and welcome. My name's en-viss, my pronouns are they, them, and this is my Flosstube channel, Sleepy Goblin Crafts, where I talk about all things cross-stitch, and sometimes other things if I feel like it. Today is my first Flosstube extra, and in honor of Pride Month, I would like to go over some queer and LGBTQIA plus designers who are involved in designing cross-stitch. I was originally going to put this in my normal Flosstube episode. However, the list of designers just kept growing. So I decided this is the perfect opportunity to, one, celebrate Pride Month, and two, showcase some potentially less popular, less mainstream designers and get them onto your radar, because some of these designs fucking go hard. So I have my list on this screen. As you can tell, I'm not upstairs. I'm in the basement at my desk. So I'm not going to be showing anything in person, so the lighting situation doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is switch over to my streaming setup, where I will showcase the designers from my list and show them to you this way. I will also have all of the designers listed below in the description. Most of them have a link tree, a beacon AI, I think, some sort of landing page for all of their pages. So, starting with the man himself, Ds20 Stitches. D is a gay trans man whose pronouns are he, they, and I'm pretty sure most of us are familiar with D's works. He does a lot of collabs with Carrie Nacken of Uncanny Kari, who is also on my list to show you. He has a Ko-fi, which is where most of his designs can be found. This is where you can, or I should say, this is where you could sign up for the Stitch for Prides. He mostly has his Let's Make a Statement on his Ko-fi. Also links his Flosstube. He has a newsletter, as well as a couple of other links. So definitely check him out on Instagram. Follow his Flosstube. He's definitely one of the more advocators for LGBTQIA plus folks. Next on our list, I just mentioned her, is Uncanny Kari. She does a lot of collabs with D, and she uses she or any pronouns. So Kari has a Patreon where, if you are not subscribed, you can't see anything, which is completely understandable. She has a Stitch Club and an online store. On her online store, she has her patterns, which these fuck. These fuck, quite frankly. A lot of her designs are definitely more illustrative in inspiration. So, again, if you're not familiar with Uncanny Kari, check Kari out. They have an Instagram. I want to say not Floof Cannon, it is Uncanny Kari. where she posts a lot. Like I said, her style is illustrative, so she posts a lot of her illustrations there. Follow her. You will not regret it. Okay. Next on the list is Stitchy Stark. They go by CJ. They are ace and genderqueer. They have free patterns on their Ko-fi, which are oriented towards LGBTQIA+, as well as they're more text-based, kind of punny, and then also smaller patterns that you can use as magnets or ornaments. And I do appreciate the not a boy, not a girl, not a lady, not a man series. Like, they have some good stuff. So check them out. They also have pixel art stickers and stories as well. Like, I believe these are short stories. So it's good stuff. Next is another person I'm sure many of you are familiar with. This is Amanda of Bad Stitch. She is pansexual, and like I said, I'm sure many of you are familiar with her. She has free patterns on her Ko-fi shop, which are adorable smalls. The Vaporwave Cemetery is actually one of the first designs that I ever did. So that it has a very special place in my heart. She is a big fan of bats as well. This basically functions as her shop as well. She does have an Etsy. I will let you decide if you want to order from her Etsy or her Ko-fi. I will say Ko-fi takes less percentage from sellers. Though I don't think she has the rainbow bat on her Ko-fi yet. So, no. So, either way, this is her newest design, this rainbow bat. Frickin' adorable. Bats are good. She has a Patreon, which if you do her second tier, the Stitch Enthusiast tier 2, you get access to her Discord, which I just joined. It's fantastic. She has a blog newsletter, and then her social media. Definitely very involved in the community. If you're not familiar with Amanda's stuff, check her out. Next on the list is a personal, definitely not biased, favorite of mine, Sprouting Lupine. Kat is bisexual, and she has just an Etsy shop. She does have freebies on a Google Drive. Her Etsy shop, if you're looking for PDF downloads, full of goodies. This unicorn garden, definitely on my wish list. She has everyone's favorite butterfly bouquet, graveyard guardian, the sylph queen. This is her newest one, I believe, Dog Days, which this palette is chef kiss. Delicious. And then Kat also has a newsletter, and as well as her socials. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. Her style just check marks all of my favorite things, so I will leave it at that. Next on my list is Samantha Lane Textiles. She only has an Etsy for her patterns, but she does also have a Instagram, which I believe is Samantha Lane. Yes, Samantha Lane Textiles. I'm not sure how new she is. She's definitely newer to me. Wait, I mean, okay, I should say, like, there are still so many designers that are new to me, but her stuff is very, very cute. Samantha is a trans woman, and she makes adorable patterns. Like this queer power with the cats using the inclusive the inclusive pride flag. Adorable. This Protect the Dolls. I love it. Eat the Rich with this fat cat is so fucking good. Like, her stuff is great. Truly. Like, it's simple. It is a lot of block stitching if that's your thing. So, highly, highly recommend checking her out. Like I said, you can buy her patterns on Etsy. So, next we have Heretic Designs. This is Hannah. She is Ace. She is on Instagram and has, again, a lot of more, she has a lot more text-based designs. Y'all means all. Have courage. I love the gradient of this, by the way. It's gorgeous. I am really not the type of person who's interested in stitching text, but the frame paired with this serif, that's the word I'm looking for, this serif font, it's very good. So she just has a Etsy shop where you can buy her PDFs. So these, like I said, mostly text-based, but they have very, very good messages behind them. So outside of these three, her Black Cat Halloween patterns, which we all love a good Halloween pattern. So definitely give Hannah a follow. Her stuff is good. Next we have Stitch Sprout. This is Elle, and she is Pan, and she has a Patreon where you can get some of her patterns. She also has like a membership shop. If you are a Patreon, there are some exclusive patterns that you can access from her shop. I believe you have to be at the Froglet tier. Don't quote me on that. She also has an Etsy where you can purchase her PDF patterns. Elle's style is another one that checks all of the boxes off for me. It's witchy, it's whimsy, it's cute, it's good. So if you haven't checked out her Etsy, definitely do so. She has a plethora of patterns on here that, like, there are so many that I am like, oh, I want to stitch that. I want to stitch this. And I think she has a pretty decent amount of just, like, graphic sampler style, simple designs, as well as patterns that feature text. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's a very nice ratio. So she's up there on my I want to stitch all of her catalog. But yeah, so she has her Etsy, her Patreon, and she has a Ko-fi store where there are freebies available. So you can pick those up as well. Next, many of you are familiar with Miriam of Marroomi Designs. She is Pan and Ace. She has an Etsy for her PDFs where all of her patterns are so good. These are very geometric driven, so if you are into monochrome and straight lines, Miriam has you covered. These are so good. I am really not the type of person who's interested in these like a ton of geometric designs, but the heart that she puts into her patterns are very, you can tell, right? She does have a YouTube, and she does have a Ko-fi, though she doesn't have any patterns on her Ko-fi, which, that's fine. She is on Instagram. I want to say under Marroomi Designs. Yes. So, follow her on Instagram. It's good shit. Next, I have on my list is Miss Slade Pages, who is Jessie. Many of you, I believe, are familiar with her as well. Jessie is a trans non-binary queer designer, and their pronouns are they, she. So I don't think Jessie has had a ton of updates on their storefront. They do have a Patreon, which you can join. There is also a Ko-fi page where you can get her 2023 Trans Day of Visibility design. She does have an Etsy, which is more like a normal storefront for physical patterns, which is when I learned that some people just do this like as a form of like an online needle shop. They just set up an Etsy and sell physical patterns that way. I was like, huh, that makes sense. So if you are looking for physical patterns to fill your stash, Jessie has you covered. There's 3 pages, but they are some good designs that they carry. As well as Jessie has a Twitch and a YouTube channel. On her website, you can order her hand-dyed fabric. I'm not sure how recent this has been updated, but regardless, you can at least also order from her website if you are looking for more Nashville designs. She has a few more here outside of her Etsy. So once again, another trans designer, shop owner. Give her a follow. Next, I have Haunted Whiskers, who is Mina. She goes by she, her, and they, them. And she has a Ko-fi. She has a Ko-fi for her freebies, which the delicious color palette in her works, and she's offering these for free. So good. She also has an Etsy where she isn't just selling her patterns, her cross-stitch patterns. She also has, like, if you're into, like, if you're, like, learning witchcraft, or if you're just interested in, like, the moon phases, or learning about crystals, she has these, like, overviews. She also has, like, a bunch of, like, prints as well. And, like, information on demonology, Secret Book of the Black Arts. Like, these are downloads. So she's got a lot of really cool stuff on her Etsy outside of just cross stitch. So I thoroughly enjoyed going through and checking out her Etsy and her other pages. Like, she's on She's on Instagram, but she is also on Tumblr. She has a Pinterest, she has an Imgur. Like, check Mina out. Her stuff is really cool. Next, I have Darling and Whimsy Design. This is Deanna, and she is ace and queer. She has a Ko-fi where, this one you just buy a Ko-fi. It's not like a shop front. She has a Patreon, which looks like you need a subscription to view, which again, not that makes sense. But then she also has her Etsy shop, which I believe, yes, this is where you can get PDFs of the Quirky Quakers if you are interested. I don't think it's all of them because I know some of them are exclusive. But it is quite a few of the Quirky Quakers. So she does have a website as well, though I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's been updated in a while, which keeping websites up to date is a lot of work. So check out her Etsy, follow her on Instagram. Like, the Quirky Quakers are so good. And they're all so different, too. Next on my list, I feel like this might just be me, but I feel like you can't mention Deanna of Darling and Whimsy Designs without mentioning Michelle of Bendy Stitchy. Like, those two are kind of like peanut butter and jelly. Like, one goes with the other. So Michelle is queer, and she has patterns on her Etsy, I believe. Yes, she has patterns on her Etsy, and I think her website is also not... Yeah, this is from 2024, so most of her recent patterns have been physical only, so you would need to go through like an ONS or an LNS to find them, but she still has fantastic older designs, like these pocketbook peacocks. Good shit. I love them. And these Assisis, the little jackalope, so cute. So, oh yeah, everybody loves the Lady Man sampler. So Michelle is basically everywhere though. She's on Flosstube, she's on Instagram. If you're following her, you're staying up to date. You know where to get her shit, which is all very good. So give her a follow. She is also a very big activist, like, in the scene. The way that she uses her platform to amplify marginalized voices, good shit. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear a bunch of noise. Poppy gets really excited, and will run up and down the hallway, which just so happens to run alongside of the office. Go figure. Okay, quick little break, because food arrived. We got 5 guys. Next, I would like to talk about our Katie of Sorrows. This is Katie. She is queer, and she has a Instagram as well as an Etsy. She goes by Arcadia of Sorrows on Instagram, and if you're not following her, you should be. Her stuff's great. It's colorful, it's whimsy. Like, I don't know how else to describe it outside of, like, oh yeah, clown warning. I mean, they're very stylized, and this is a cat. But she has very, like, her use of, like, very saturated colors. The Neopets one, though, I mean, this is just me. Like, I don't know what else to say. Neopets made me gay. So, check her out. Katie's got some good shit. Last, I would like to talk about Christy of Pixel Pixie Cross Stitch. She is queer and has patterns available on her Etsy. These are all going to be PDFs. Her stuff is super cute. She's got these adorable cat Quakers. I like the text that she uses in her cross stitch, the typography that she uses. It's very good. She has a Flosstube channel that you can follow on YouTube, as well as a Facebook page that has free patterns. You can also find her on Instagram under Pixel Pixie Stitch, where she posts all of her patterns that she creates as well. And with that, I will also be including a list of designers who are allies to the cross-stitch community. I am a firm believer in that we should help our allies help us. The reason allies can do good work is because we tell them what work needs to be done so that they can continue to hold space, so that they can continue to speak up for us when we can't. So I'm not gonna go over all of their pages. I'm just gonna list them below. There are a few. And honestly, I think they're worth all following. However, I do have one honorable mention that I would like to showcase. If you know, you know. Her honest love of the queer LGBTQIA plus community is so palatable. And seeing her stand up in the face of bigotry at the expense of, like, the cost of business, essentially, immediately made me go and join her Fabric of the Month. Because I want to support a person like that. I want to support somebody knowing that they have the queers community's best interest. So, Misty, if you ever happen to watch this, thank you, truly from the bottom of my heart. I'm a nobody, but I think people don't realize how difficult it can be to stand up, and when you have such a large platform, and know that there is a risk of, you know, alignment in morals or whatever. So that's my soapbox. Again, I will be posting all of the links in the description below for all of these designers. Please, please, please check them out. This is not a cohesive list. This is just people that I follow. I don't follow everybody. If there is a queer designer, if there is a queer LGBTQIA plus designer that you follow and I didn't mention, comment. Link them in the comments below, please. I want to follow more queer designers in this community. We need to support as many queer, gay, trans, bi, non-binary, pansexual, what have you, designers that we can. Support is more, it's more necessary than it has been really ever recently. And together, we can show bigots that their hatred is not welcome. And we won't stand for it. So please, if there is a queer designer that I did not mention, because I don't know that they exist, comment them below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on who you guys like to follow as queer designers. And also, it doesn't necessarily just need to be cross stitch. If you follow someone who sews or does felting or any type of other fiber art, comment below. I'm interested in learning about how many wonderful queer LGBTQIA plus folks there are in the fiber community as a whole. So I would love to start this discussion and getting more people aware of other designers who aren't just straight cis white women, quite frankly. There's plenty of those types of designers out there right now. So let's find and share and support them year round. It doesn't just have to be Pride Month. It doesn't just have to be June to support queer folks. We should be supporting queer folks all year round. So thank you guys so much for watching. It is truly appreciated. I'm honestly flabbergasted that over 100 of you guys want to listen to me yap. So be on the lookout for my next Flosstube, as well as another extra video in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing a whip parade. Shaun's probably going to make an appearance sometime. It'll be fun. It'll be great. So take care, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. This is a good way to, this is a thanks. Shit is so good. It's so colorful. I didn't fucking mention her pronouns. Yeah, thank you. That is a burger.
Oh, a burger.
A burger.